I got through that last part really quick for you guys. It's hard to believe I can still move that fast in this old altered state. This is the 5 hives that I bought that I haven't been able to go through. And this is the weakest one. It looked like they were being robbed the other day, and there's not a whole lot of activity like there are in the other ones. At the front, so I was a little concerned. I lifted up on them and they're super heavy, so there's a lot of honey in them. But we're gonna try to go through this one and see what it looks like and see what I bought. There's a really good price on these hives. I couldn't hardly pass it up. I'll put that back on here in a minute. I just want to go through some of these frames and see what we got. I think most of these here are going to be honey, but as heavy as it is, so I think I might go ahead and split them. Split the top box from the bottom. That bottom box has got a lot to be desired. They look like cypress boxes, which is good, but it's come apart. I'll show you here in a minute. Coming apart at the joints a little bit. Let's see if I might have to put gloves on, but we'll see if we can. Good gosh, it's heavy. Let's set that top box off. Hopefully we won't get any robbing started. Batman will keep it from happening. Good Lord. That's heavy. Where's Hansberry when you need him? Just need Hansberry for muscle. Need to hire some muscle for my operation. He said he don't never strain getting them boxes off. Now these are black combs, so you can tell he hadn't been in it for a while. I don't much care for the black comb, as it tells me it's old. But I don't want to put that wax with the honey on it on the ground. So I'm going to take an old nuke box I got laying around out here and just throw the wax in it. And then I can close it up. To keep the bees from finding it. If I see a bunch of bees start flying, like it looks like they're trying to rob them, I'll go ahead and close it up, but it's not worth it to check them right now if there's nothing, if they're going to start robbing. They'll rob out a box in a day. I've had a good full hive that wasn't good enough at defending their honey. Apparently, it's been a long time ago, but they were robbed out of a full box in a day. Bees are surprising. I never realized they could eat as much as quick as they eat it. And never realized they could take down another full hive and clean all that honey out in a day like that. Now I think it was more than one hive. Several hives probably robbing that one hive out, so that probably added to it. But they do stuff. It's one reason it takes a while to learn how bees operate, because you don't realize they can do stuff as quick as they can do it. When they work as a unit, like that. It's a good lesson. Bees are a good lesson for us, that if we work together, we can accomplish a lot. We can accomplish a lot more together than 100 people could accomplish a lot more together than each person could individually by themselves when you add it all up. And that's what bees do. They work as a unit. They are a colony, a unit. One to be counted as one, even though there's probably 50,000 in here. All right, I got some of that bird comb off. I had to close it up right now. We're better off than we started because we're getting some of this bird comb out of the way. That is a good thing. Alright, I think I'm pretty satisfied with that. We'll close this box up and we'll see how many frames we can get out of here without getting scolded too bad. See, that box is coming apart there at the corner. It's not, apparently wasn't glued. This corner right here, all these corners are coming apart. They've got, well, they don't even have nails in them. Well, yeah, I see staples on one side, but not on the other. But it wasn't put together right, or it wouldn't be coming apart. We might see if we can change that out. Might tear up the box getting these bees out, and beds are glued in there. I think the frames being glued together is the only thing holding the box together. Alright, that has, or frame is mostly empty. This frame's coming apart. Propolis is holding the hive together. Pollen and a little bit of honey. Some scattered brood. Get off. I have to go get some gloves. Alright, we found another cypress box. We're going to go ahead and put that box in this one. And we're going to take that slided rack off because I don't use them. Alright, we found another bottom board. We're just going to set all this right in front of that hive. And transfer everything over. Looks like his bottom's got a whole lot in it, at least not on the outside. They can move a lot of times when you put gloves on. There's some cat brood. They're kind of dark, a little bit scattered. But when you get honey all over everything, you put gloves on, it allows you to move a little quicker. And when you're worried about robbing, you can get things done a little bit quicker if you put some gloves on. Yeah, I ain't sure about that brood pattern. Probably more solid over there. A lot of built up burr comb and a lot of frames that's coming apart. That frame's coming apart down here at that corner. But it's got a lot of honey in it. This will be one of those I'll split next year and try to get some lighter comb in there. The one thing, doing this for so long, that you kind of notice over time is that the healthy bees need to rotate out your comb, just to make a long story short. You start getting a lot of dark combs, dark frames, it's probably time to start rotating some of them out and trading out for some lighter stuff. But that is a job for another time. Like I say, in beekeeping, you can't do everything at once. You know you got a lot more to do than what you're doing. But everything can't be done at one time. You got to pick your battles, do what you got to do the most important stuff, set your priorities, get that done, and then you can come back at another time and proceed from there. Again, if we wasn't in the dearth, I would go a little farther, but I think that's all I'm going to go in that box for now, but it gives me a little bit of idea of what I got, what I need, and what I want to do. Yeah, a lot of times, you beekeepers out there, I know, and it took me a while to figure it out too, so it's nothing that the rest of us ain't been through. But these boxes, they glue these hives up so bad that these boxes really need to think about what you do when you put them together. Use wood glue as much as you can, and use screws instead of nails where you can. I'm gonna show you. This is the box. This is the corner of the box that I bought. This is the other side of that same corner. Very limited access. And then the box that I made have got outdoor wood screws in them, and you can see the residue. That right there is residue from the bee glue I put on, so they're glued and screwed. Whereas this joint up here is not glued and only has it looks like it only has fasteners on one side. That one doesn't look like it has any fasteners, and that one looks like a pin nail or something on that side. There you can see I started out using I've got some business cards, they're really thin. I started out putting the QR codes on that, but I went away from it. But yeah, make sure when you're putting your boxes together to use wood screws and glue. I got a nail there at the top. Makes a much tighter joint and will hold up a lot better over the years than this would. So, all right, I'm gonna stop there. I'd do more if we was in a dearth and if it was cooler, but we're not, and it's not. So I'm gonna stop right there. Let me go ahead and get my treatment on this one. All right, that was treated. This is hive number 9, so I'll make my notes on that in my B Plus app. All right, we're gonna go ahead and stop there. I don't want to get Robin started, and it's the sun's fixing to pop up over the trees. You can see it down there. I'll show you in a minute. But we'll stop there. We've got all of our hives treated with ApiGuard. We put a little more on this time, about 30 grams. I used it all up in a week, what we put on last time, unless it was just a smaller hive, and then some of those we either didn't treat or treat it with 25 grams or less. So we feel good about the treatments, feel good about where they're at. They're good, strong bees, and I think we're looking good. A whole lot of beekeeping is you got to have an ideal in your hive. You got to have an ideal in your head of where the bees are and where you want them to be for that time of year. And it's different. It's hard to explain to somebody. It's the reason it's so hard to start beekeeping, because you can't explain everything at one time. You can't just say, well, do this and you're good. But this time of year, on August the 9th, 2025, where the bees are exactly where I want them to be. They're full. They've got honey in them. They're extremely heavy. I don't feel like I have any room to put any type of feed. So I don't know what other people are doing that's different than what I'm doing. But I don't know how I can make them any better than what they are right now. It's a good hive, full of bees and full of brood and full of honey and pollen. So they've got everything that they need. And like I say, a heft weight is a big thing, and lifting, just kind of lifting on the hive and see if I get light. If I get light, I'll start feeding. I'm not against it. Just no reason to do it right now. So I welcome your comments. If you do things different or have any different ideas, please leave a comment below. I appreciate you watching. God bless you, and I'll see you on the next video.